What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. It is no secret that I have way too many cars, and I guess one of them is probably this Civic right here. So this is a 1999 Honda Civic EK hatch. It has a built turbo D16, has a big...
Yeah!
You like it?
Ooh!
And Eric has just been bugging me. He's a Honda guy, he's a turbo Honda guy. When he sent in his little job application here, he said that he had a turbo Honda Civic that he worked on and rebuilt it with Eagle rods and the Vitara pistons and kind of did that whole setup. And so ever since he's worked here, this car has never done anything.
This thing's so sweet. No, it just sits here and rots away under these pigeons.
The pigeons are pooping on it, and it's just sitting here. So obviously it just doesn't do much good for me to sit here. I have too many things. I have another EK hatch, we have an S14, we have things all over the place, and project car ADD. Hey, is it gonna start? Oh, you forgot the key.
Important
Eric
part.
forgot the key.
I'm running.
So, oh, he's running now. He's running to get the key. So anyhow, we're gonna mess with it. He plugged in the stock. He told me that it ran the other day, and he plugged in the stock ECU to it, and then that was it. So we have a hondata for it. I replaced the hondata. We stole the hondata for this thing for Rudnick CRV, and then now this thing, it basically just needs a tune. And we were gonna paint it, and we were gonna do a giveaway on it, and then it's just kind of at a weird stage where I think it needs a lot more work than I probably. Look at them lights.
Those are special.
Fired up. You know, wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. You like that?
That's a little extra.
You got that big girl cam in it. It's on E85 too.
Yeah.
Look how rich it is. That's how rich it is.
A little choppy.
Let's put the Hondata in it.
Yeah.
So it has 750cc injectors on E85, and he plugged in the stock ECU. He's like, it runs on the stock ECU. I'm like, we got to put the Hondata in it. We'll plug in the Hondata. We'll fiddle up a tune for it real quick. Maybe we'll drive it down the street. You know what we could do? We could stick it on the dyno.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. He's been bugging me for a long time to start messing with that thing and kind of get some stuff rolling with it. So we'll satisfy him. Maybe we'll get it listed on the old marketplace, because I really like listing things on marketplace, and maybe we'll be able to get some coin. Right?
Some
Which
smiles.
one? Is it that one? Nope, it's not
This
that
is...
one. Well, hold on. Let me see. Well, does it have a port? It don't even have no USB. I think it's, keep going. Which one of them? Nope, it's a K series one. We'll find it. Hold on. So this right here is the ECU that I bought. This is a Hondata. I don't know which one it is, but S300. I don't know if it's V2 or 3, or I know it's not the V1 because it's white. So anyhow, this is one of the ones that I bought. This is the one that was in Rudnick's CRV. So this is actually the one that originally came with the car, and so we pretty much just need to. I need to pull out my tuning laptop. We'll hook up the Hondata stuff to it, and then we'll see if we get it running. You doing it?
Doing it.
You know, I would like to sell this thing.
Yeah.
I would like to sell it. Eric wants it. He wants the engine out of it. He wants me to put a K series in here. But this is a pretty desirable car. It's a 99 hatch. You know what I have? I have a SI gauge cluster. I got all kinds of cool stuff that we could put in this guy. Yeah, we just put it in everything. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it. I just have a bunch of things sitting around, and then we get busy, and then we do other things, and then...
These things are important.
Well, you know, we weren't going to do anything else for the rest of the day, so I figured, oh, geez, look at this. Battery is low. All right, so I just uploaded the old tune. Good thing I have all the tunes on the laptop. ran so good. What happened? Is it missing anything? Why is it running like that?
Wonder if it's fuel pressure?
Yeah, but it ran so good on the stock ECU. This is literally the same tune that was... Ready? What about spark plugs, coil packs, distributor? Did it? Because we took the distributor off of it, right?
I did.
I thought I did. Oh, the jump box died. So it didn't sound very happy, and that's because it had the stock map sensor in it. So Eric went and grabbed the other one. We robbed the map sensor off of this thing for Rudnick's when he was here, and then obviously it's not gonna like, you know, running 750cc injectors. Well, it's just not gonna like that. So we're gonna swap the map sensor real quick, and then it should fire up and run like a top. Oh yeah, get her done, Eric. How's this feel? Is this what you always wanted?
This is amazing.
This is what you've always wanted, huh? Just to mess with this dang hey, honestly, every time I look at it, I'm like, man, we should just pull it in and mess with it for a couple hours and then just kick it on down the road.
I don't feel good.
Huh?
Gasket.
It looks good, huh?
Looks good.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Spicy. What tune is this off of? 500 horse?
I think. Power steering. It's just super rich the whole time.
Is it?
Is that your first single cam boost in years?
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
It's crazy that it's literally been like a running and driving car and it's just been sitting there
Forever.
for like 2 years. I got it right before we moved to the shop.
I like that blow off.
It's that RFL block valve. Is that oil smoke or what kind of smoke do you think that is? Probably burning. Oh, I think the whole like turbo was like covered in oil.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah, it's just rich everywhere. V-TECs on it one time.
Did you?
So what do you think?
It's sweet.
Now what? Now what do we do with it?
Definitely time for the dyno.
That would be kind of nice, stick it on the dyno.
See what it's at.
Do some pulls. Well, I want to like mess with all the wiring, get like the VTEC working, get like, you know, do that whole thing. Alright, so we've been messing with the Civic for a little bit, and we just set the timing. So essentially, you just come over here. The frame rate won't let you see that, but messing with the Civic a little bit more. Kind of played with it a little bit yesterday. I wired in the VTEC with a relay. We ran the wideband to the ECU, so it actually runs in there and tracks in there. What we just did is set the timing with the hondata. So you basically lock the ECU at 16 degrees of timing, and you just want to, pretty much anytime you do anything, especially starting a fresh tune or, you know, tuning this thing, trying to make a little bit of power, you want to make sure that the ignition timing that the ECU is sending is the exact ignition timing that is actually out here applying to the engine. And how we do that is set the timing to 16 degrees on there, and then we lock it so that it locks it at 16 degrees, because normally during idle it kind of floats around and does some other stuff. You lock it at 16 degrees, and then you come out here and you just watch for the TDC mark, and then you kind of adjust the distributor, just kind of rotate it back and forth like that a little bit. The VTEC is not working right now. Hooked it up, like I said yesterday, with a relay, but actually applying power to it by itself, it just isn't even operating. So there might be some dirt in the screen or something like that. I have all the stuff enabled off it as well. So we need to double check that, because I would like the VTEC to work, obviously. It's got the Bisimoto cam in it. I found a little build sheet of this thing. So it's a D16 Z6, has ARP hardware for the main studs in it. It has Speed Factory no notch rods, Vitara pistons, Bisimoto 3.6 cam, BC springs and retainers, and then an adjustable AEM cam gear. It has some RC 750cc injectors. I don't even know the distributor. It looks like a O'Reilly's distributor or something, but this is a turbo XS blow-off valve, and then some eBay. It's like a, you know, just universal T3, T4 turbo and cast manifold and a tile wastegate. They used to have a ball bearing turbo on here, and they actually had it water cooled, so that's what some of these lines and stuff are over here. But yeah, drove the car around for a bit yesterday, just kind of looking at the fuel tables and all that stuff, and everything seemed all right. It shouldn't really have that many issues. It's only on like 7 pounds of boost, but it was going a little bit lean at the top. And I was kind of looking, you know, playing around with it a little bit on the street, but I think I would like to put it actually on the dyno to where I could actually, you know, pay attention to the numbers instead of trying to pay attention to driving. But I mean, overall it seems like it's running and driving pretty good, and I just kind of like to get a number on it on the dyno. Obviously, if we get the VTEC hooked up, this thing should probably make maybe 300 horsepower, and then we could just kind of list it for sale. Also, Eric polished the headlights yesterday, gave it a quick wash outside, and then put a different back bumper on it, because the back bumper that was on it was all cut and gross. So we had another one on the other car, so now it kind of looks a little bit better. But we'll get this thing, I don't know, hopefully we'll figure out VTEC and the fuel thing and stick it on the dyno. So the red Civic did its first pull on the dyno, and it survived. So right here you could see the horsepower that we got: 239 foot-pounds of torque and 226 horsepowers. Did the dyno pull in third gear. I did one before that in fourth, and it was pissed. You could tell that it really wants VTEC. You know, like this is where VTEC should hit, like right around 4,500 RPM. Let me switch that to engine speed. So you can see right here, about 4,500 is where VTEC should hit, and you can see the power's going up, and then it just gets kind of soft and a little bit sad, and it just maintains across the whole board. Maybe we just need to, do you think we just need to lock the VTEC? Yeah. Maybe, if that's what it is. I don't know, we were trying to mess with the solenoid, and I was clicking it, and you could hear it, and then I took it apart, and then I took the top of the, like the valve train apart and was looking at stuff, and everything looked like it should. Maybe it needs a different VTEC solenoid, I guess. We have another one on that engine right there. Maybe we could swap that. But maybe it could be like a wiring issue too, because I don't know if it was actually even shooting power out there. So maybe we'll double check that real quick. But the other thing that we want to do is this thing actually has an exhaust cutout. This is a 3-inch right here in the back, but it has like this weird spiral muffler. And it actually, it's crazy for it just being a straight pipe, but it's actually kind of, it quiets it down quite a bit. But up there in the front is actually a, it's like a exhaust cutout. So we're gonna do another pull with the exhaust cutout. Let me double check this VTEC solenoid, see if it's getting power or not, but we'll do another pull on it either way. All right, so we went ahead and wired the output for the VTEC to a different wire, and I do have it running with a relay. So now watch, listen to this. You go to this little online function, hit test outputs. So it's actuating, which it wasn't actuating before. So let's see what it does. Gapped the plugs down a little bit more. They were at like 21 thousandths. I went ahead and brought them down to like 17. So a little bit tighter, and added one more little boost T into the equation. So we'll see what this thing makes. Let's see, 17. I'm going to increase the duties, the boost cut a little bit, like 19 pounds. So we'll do a pull. We might do this one in third just to see what the boost does, and then we'll wait a little bit and do a big dog pull. So that run we hit a peak of 14 pounds of boost, went right up to about 6,000 RPMs. I think it had a little bit of a spike there. I wonder if that was like a cut. But 14.4 psi, 14.8, and it showed we made 297 foot-pounds of torque and 302 horsepower. So pretty good. Revved out real nice. I think we still need to gap the plugs down a little bit more. I'm not sure exactly what Eric gapped them at, so we might need to gap them down a little bit more. But 302 horse, that's pretty good. I would really like to see this thing maybe like in the 330 to 350 range. This thing would absolutely rip. But even right now at 320, basically the first pulls that we started on with this thing was right around 220 or so. So we've just done that by boost and just, you know, nothing really else, just kind of monitoring the boost and make sure air fuels and everything are all good, which everything looks really good as of now. So yeah, I'm gonna let this thing cool down for a little bit. So I think we have an intercooler pipe or something leaking somewhere, because it only made 4 pounds of boost, unless the turbo didn't like that. Yeah, everything is everything should be fine in theory. Just wonder if we like split like a intercooler pipe or something. All right, so I figured out the issue. Check that out. The Home Depot one that came right off of the turbo was the culprit. So gonna get that fixed. Again, I didn't build this car. This is just pretty much, we haven't done much to it other than chuck it on the dyno and, you know, steal some parts and put some fuel in it. So we haven't really done a lot of things. So this was needed to be changed. So I have a coupler bin right there. So I'm gonna grab the right one and get it back on the road. Dyno. All right, so we got a new coupler on there. We got some extra boost tees, so she should make some good power. Maybe she'll make a little bit over 300. So see how she does. That was 327. And I think I've seen 17.7 pounds of boost. So Eric put on the wheels, and then we just did our final dyno pulls. So you can see right here, we did a final number of 336 horse and 331 foot-pounds of torque, which is that's pretty good for a little single cam. So this thing making 330, 336, almost 340 to the wheels. This thing's gonna be a ton of fun, especially when we started out on the dyno at just about 230 or 240 horsepower. So yeah, basically the main increase was obviously the boost. We started out, and I think we were at like 7 to 9 pounds of boost, and then the last pull right there, we were on 18 pounds of boost. And yeah, everything looks good, everything looks smooth, everything looks safe. I went ahead and turned some of the closed loop stuff on just for some safety things. And yeah, now it's time to take this thing for a drive, see how it feels on the street, and then take some pictures of this thing and then get it listed for sale, just because I have too many things. Either that or I'm gonna fall in love with it and be like, you know what, we should keep this thing, put a bigger turbo on it, and make like 500 horse, because it could easily do that. Guys, so that is it for the Civic. We put on the dyno, made a little bit of power. We got to fix a little bit of an oil leak, and other than that, I took pictures. I listed it for sale. I'll have Eric fix the little oil leak on it on Monday, but I listed it for $6,500 bucks. What do you think? Is that a good deal? Is that high? Is it too low? You want to trade me a Mark IV Supra for it? But Let me know what you guys think about this video. A little update of just kind of what we're doing around the shop. I listed the FD for sale as well. I don't know if you guys seen on the Instagram, but appreciate you guys watching this video. See you in the next one.